Do you ever wonder what makes a great remote manager? Here are some thoughts based on my experience managing distributed teams for the past 8 years, and as someone who has also managed to stay sane while working remotely during that time. Now, if you're new here, welcome. I am an engineering manager at a company, and if you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I post new ones. So there are many articles out there already telling you what a great remote manager does. So instead of rehashing those points, I wanted to focus on what great remote managers do differently than their non-remote counterparts. Because if you're already a great manager in person, you can leverage those skills to be a great remote manager. You just need to add the things in this video to your existing toolkit. Here are 5 things great remote managers do differently. First, they over-communicate. Now this one might seem obvious, but it's worth stating. If you're managing a remote team, you need to be communicating all the time. Status upgrades, wins, risks, issues, decisions, ask for feedback. Basically, anything that would be considered noteworthy needs to be communicated. Oftentimes, there is no water cooler or hallway to have informal chats, so important information can get missed if you don't fill the communication gaps. And if you're a manager, it falls on you to figure out where those gaps are and communicate accordingly. Second, they give more autonomy. Now this one might not be so obvious. You see, when you're in person, it's easy to micromanage because you have the luxury of time and presence. When you're remote, you don't. You have to trust your team to get things done without you. And yes, this means not checking in every hour on the status of a task or not breathing down their necks about deadlines. Instead, set expectations up front and then let your team figure out how to meet those expectations. This gives them the autonomy and ownership to deliver, which will ultimately lead to better outcomes. Plus, it builds trust, which is essential for any relationship, whether it's personal or professional. Third, they hold regular one-on-one south. Now again, this one might seem obvious, but it's worth stating. Regular one-on-one south are critical for remote managers. It's during these times that you can check in on your team members, see how they're doing, and offer support when needed. It's also a time for you to listen and be empathetic. Remember, your team members are people first and foremost. They have lives outside of work, and sometimes those lives can impact their work. Being empathetic and understanding can go a long way in building trust and rapport with your team members. Fourth, they document everything. This is probably the most important one on the list. When you're remote, it's easy for things to fall through the cracks. There are no sticky notes on a monitor or whiteboards in a conference room. All important information needs to be documented. This includes things like meeting notes, decisions made, action items, and even simple things like passwords. By documenting everything, you ensure that everyone on your team is on the same page. This also helps with transparency and accountability. Everyone can see what's going on and who is responsible for what. Fifth, they celebrate wins. Now this is something that's often overlooked, but it's important to celebrate wins, both big and small. When you're remote, it's easy to feel disconnected from your team. Celebrating wins helps to build camaraderie and team spirit. It is a way to recognize the hard work of your team members and let them know that you appreciate them. This could be as simple as a shout out in a team meeting or a virtual happy hour to celebrate a job well done. By celebrating wins, you help your team stay motivated and productive. To sum it up, being a great remote manager is not so different from being a great manager in person. You still need to be a strong leader, communicator, and collaborator, but you also need to be able to trust your team, give autonomy, and over-communicate. By following these tips, you can set yourself and your team up for success in the new year and beyond. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.